Hi everyone, good afternoon, good evening I think now, yes, good evening. I came here with a bit of a thoughts on what to speak about as should I share a bit of my personal journey so far. And I also wanted to speak a little bit to all the women sitting here, just in terms of your legal awareness that should be, because what I've noticed is that if as a woman I'm able to stand in front of you over here and speak to you about something which maybe 100 or 150 years ago another woman in my place would not have been able to do. So I strongly believe that the reason we all stand here is because we are literally standing on the shoulders and on the hard work of our mothers, our grandmothers, and all the women before them. So um, think of it as a little bit in terms of my own personal journey, coming up to the Supreme Court as a first generation lawyer and as a woman. It's been tough, it's been challenging. And the latter part of my speech will again be more about in terms of, I'm going to just talk about three small topics. And I hope that what you take away from this speech you use later on, if not for yourself, then for all the women around you. So I grew up in a city called Ranchi. Both my parents are doctors. I have an elder brother. Um, Childhood was good, except that back when I was growing up, not a lot of people wanted to do law as a profession. And I was unfortunately a good student. I had science, I had read science all my life. So the natural expectation was that, अरे doctors हैं तुम्हारे parents तो तुम भी medicine ही करोगे. But for some reason, I had seen my parents do it. I have a lot of respect for doctors. My brother was doing his MBBS, and I wanted to do something different. And I came across उस साल जब मैं स्कूल में थी तो पहली बार कॉमन लॉ एडमिशन टेस्ट के पेपर स्टार्ट हुए थे. So I used to read a lot of these GK magazines and books. So I ended up coming across the CLAT question paper. I just skimmed through it and I thought, oh, this looks very interesting. Let me read a little bit more about it. And as I started reading, I realized that there was there is an innate quality which a lot of us have, some of us have in slightly lesser proportions, which is to question things. Now that questioning can happen if you want to redirect it towards STEM. You know, you want to learn more about scientific principles, how does the universe work, what happens. And then there is a second more sort of, pardon me for the language, very base questioning, which questions how the society functions. So although I was a science student, I felt myself questioning social hierarchies, what happens within a society, how things work, how power dynamics work. And I realized that law seemed something which attracted me with whatever little knowledge that I had. And then started this tirade of people coming at home and telling me, no, no, don't do this. Literally one uncle came and said that marriage market mein tumhara value kam ho jayega. And I was like, thank you, uncle, for the unsolicited advice. My husband is here, he's also a lawyer, so thankfully marriage market chal gaya, ठीक ठाक. सो एनीवे बहुत लड़ाई झगड़ा करके हमने लॉ कर लिया. एंड लॉ में व्हेन यू गो टू अ लॉ स्कूल यू स्टार्ट इंटर्निंग, यू रियलाइज दैट ओ ये तो गलत आ गए. गलत क्यों आ गए? बिकॉज आई वॉज इंटरेस्टेड मोर इन लिटिगेशन. I had interned in a couple of big law firms, and that lifestyle did not really appeal so much to me. It has a lot of money, it comes with its own charms, and if you're someone who has that sort of an economic brain, who wants to get into deals and crack them, it's great for you. Didn't work out for me. And in litigation, back then, I mentioned earlier, I come from Ranchi. So when I used to intern back then in the Ranchi High Court, वहाँ पे एक वॉशरूम होता था औरतों के लिए, जो कि आपको खुलवाना पड़ता था. वो लॉक होता था, उसकी चाबी एक दीदी के पास होती थी और उनको बोलना पड़ता था स्पेसिफिकली कि दीदी मेरे को बाथरूम जाना है, आप प्लीज़ ये खोल दो. Now, of course, there are a lot many women in the profession. I mean, the ladies' bar room in the Delhi High Court is nothing short of a luxury kitty party. But these are the kinds of things that I saw when I was interning, which is that for women, if you are a litigator, you were not taken very seriously. Because there is a very, anyway, I won't get into that. the expectation is always that either you're doing this because your husband is a lawyer and you've been married, you've got kids, and you're just coming to court because you are assisting your husband in those matters. But seriously, nobody would take you. And I'll give you another example. It was not just happening in Ranchi, it was a nationwide thing. Back then, I was interning with someone who later on became a judge of the Supreme Court. Her name is Justice Indu Malhotra. She's now retired. And Justice Malhotra was one of the 2 women to have been appointed as a senior advocate by the Supreme Court. And this I'm talking like in 50 to 60 years of independence. So 50-60 साल हो गए हैं भारत की आज़ादी के, और अब तक हमारे सबसे ऊपर के कोर्ट में सिर्फ 2 विमेन आपको मिली हैं ऐसी जिनको कि आप सीनियर बनाना चाहते हो. मर्दों को कितना बताया उसकी कोई गिनती नहीं है. Even today, if you take up any high court, you look at the number of female judges and the number of male judges, you'll find a stark distinction. So all of this was happening, and then in law school I realized that, look, litigation seems to be very tough. It doesn't look like you'll be able to crack it because you're not from a legal family. Your father or nobody is in the legal profession, and I didn't want to practice litigation in my hometown. Because again, a senior judge over there had given me this advice कि कुछ भी करना यहाँ आके practice मत करना. So that sort of led into its own sort of spiraling and existential crisis when one started questioning. But thankfully, I have had some very good mentors and some very good seniors who have helped me out at every step of the way. And it is because of them that I am a decade into the profession. I am an advocate on record at the Supreme Court, just like how Justice Malhotra was. And yeah, things are going great. So that's just what it is. I don't want to speak a lot about I had these challenges. Everybody, if you're a woman and there is, you sort of leave home with an expectation that you'll have to work twice as hard as your male counterpart. That's just something that we've all internalized very naturally. Because from a very young age, we are all taught that, you have to be aware of your surroundings, you're the only person to protect yourself, you have to take a stand for yourself. And perhaps someone who's not a woman may not be able to, and I'm again not, please don't take it in the other way that, oh, you think men are stupid or something. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that as a woman, your perspective and your lived experience is very, very different from being a man. So, there are very small things which you would be aware of, and that all leads to a building up of the mental load. As a man, when you're taking a bus or when you're taking an auto or when you're taking a public transport, you don't have to worry about कि मुझे गाड़ी का नंबर याद होना चाहिए, कल को कुछ हो जाए तो मेरे को पता होना चाहिए मैं किस गाड़ी में बैठी थी. But ask any woman over here, they will make sure that कोई भी बस में बैठूँ तो किसी को हाँ कैब ले लिया का एक मैसेज जाएगा, टैक्सी ले लिया का एक मैसेज जाएगा ही जाएगा. Right? You don't have to walk watching your back when you're walking on in a dark alley. But as every woman knows, we tend to do that. A lot of us hold on to our keys. A lot of us hold on to our purses. कि सामने से कोई आए तो you're in a position to whack them and run. So all of this is like survival strategies that we all learn through our lived experiences. And a little bit of, because I'm a lawyer, I wanted to speak a little bit of those survival strategies which all of you might find helpful, because a lot of women over here, they work in organizations, they're entrepreneurs. So one thing that I wanted to speak about is this law against prevention of sexual harassment at the workplace. If you're not dealing with it, maybe this will help you get in touch with other women in your organization who are dealing with it. Because like I said in the beginning of my speech, we are all here because of what the women before us have done. So, लोग कहते हैं औरत ही औरत की सबसे बड़ी दुश्मन होती है. I think इससे बड़ा झूठ दुनिया में perpetrate नहीं हुआ है. So, if you know someone who is in that position, maybe you can help out with it. So, I'll now speak a little bit on Prevention of Sexual Harassment at Workplace Act. So, the reason this law had come into force and how it's applicable is that any organization, if there are 10 or more workers, this law applies to you. Whether it's permanent job, whether it's contractual, whether it's even domestic households, this law applies. What it does is, it defines sexual harassment in a very broad sense, which is that अगर छोटी से छोटी चीज़ that किसी ने एक joke crack किया जो आपको पसंद नहीं आया, slightly sexist joke, non-veg joke जिनको कहते हैं, even that is counted as sexual harassment as per this act. Now, what happens once something like this does take place is that as a woman, you are expected to make a formal complaint. When you make that formal complaint to your organization, and ideally the organization should have nominated someone as the officer to whom these complaints would go. The moment that officer is there, you go to them and something called an internal complaints committee is set up. वो इंटरनल कंप्लेंट्स कमेटी या आईसीसी जो होती है उसके 3 मेंबर्स होते हैं. जो सीनियर मेंबर होते हैं जो प्रिसाइड करते हैं उसके ऊपर, दैट पर्सन हैज़ टू बी अ वुमन. देयर हैज़ टू बी वन अदर मेंबर and then there has to be one outside member, because a lot of times we have seen that it's an old boys club, you will have 2 members from the same organization sit over there and they will be like, अच्छा, I mean ठीक है, doesn't really matter, एक जोक ही तो क्रैक किया था, कौन सी बड़ी बात हो गई. So that is the composition of the ICC, and which is why it's important that they have taken an external member who's from an NGO or something to come and sit in the ICC. The process which is then followed is something where everybody has to be given an opportunity to address their concerns. So if I am the complainant, मेरे कंप्लेंट के ऊपर सामने वाला जो रेस्पोंडेंट है उसको रिटन ऑब्जेक्शंस डालने का मौका मिलेगा, हमारी सुनवाई होगी, समवॉट जिस तरह कोर्ट में होता है बट उतना लंबा नहीं. And then after that, there is a decision which comes up. The law is there as it exists, but like I said, often women don't speak up on instances that have happened. Often we tend to brush them under the carpet. So please try not to do that. A sexual harassment complaint will not necessarily mean that जिसके खिलाफ कंप्लेन की है उसको निकाल ही दिया जाएगा जॉब से. रेप्रिमांड करने के भी ऑप्शंस होते हैं. एंड दूसरी चीज़ इज़ दैट अ लॉट ऑफ इट इज़ अबाउट सेटिंग एन एग्जाम्पल कि आपके साथ तो हुआ, कल किसी और के साथ ना हो. The second thing that I wanted to speak about is again inheritance rights for women. All of you now know, I'm hoping that under the Hindu Succession Act, women have as much right as men to inherit property. वो जो पुराना हमारा लॉ था कि जब तक आपको पर्सनल नहीं हो तब तक आपको प्रॉपर्टी नहीं मिलेगी, वो सब जा चुका है. अब इसमें जो प्रैक्टिकल डिफ़िकल्टी आती है वो ये आती है कि अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स विल्स आर मेड जहाँ पे कि सारी प्रॉपर्टी बच्चों को दे दी जाती है, सन्स को दे दी जाती है, एंड विमेन को बाहर निकाल दिया जाता है. सो वन मस्ट अगेन बी कॉग्निजेंट ऑफ दैट. स्पीक टू योर पेरेंट्स इफ देर इन दैट पोजिशन दैट दे वॉन्ट टू विल एवरीथिंग आउट. टेल देम दैट नो, यू शुड बी गिविंग मी एन इक्वल राइट. And like I said, speaking up against these forms of discrimination and these kinds of problems is the basic minimum that all of us as women can do. So thank you so much for having me. I hope that you were able to get something helpful out of my speech. And thank you MS Talks for organizing this wonderful event. Thank you.
So Anu ma'am, we would like to honor you from MS Talk events. I would like to call Sanjeev sir and Kara ma'am for the honor. While honoring, you should actually applaud the women getting the award, everyone. You will be the next one over here. So applaud, because you will be also getting a lot of applauses. Thank you so much, Anu ma'am, and congratulations. Now, I would like